Hi, this is Janet Wright, and this is a recap of a mini triplet group healing that I did this morning. Today's date, I have to look at my little cheat sheet, is the 21st. It's a Tuesday, the 21st of March, 2017. And this is the third of the three healings. That's what a mini triplet is. I just like that cute name. A mini triplet is a group healing that three group healings, a set of three group healings on a Friday, and then the following Sunday, and then the following Tuesday. So three healings within a week, and they're all remote healings. The people are doing whatever they're doing when I do it. Like, they don't even know what time of day I'm going to be doing it. Because I'm working with everybody's subconscious part of their spirit, so they don't have to know, when it's happening. And then afterwards I email them a survey so I can keep track of how everyone feels afterwards, like how much people feel the difference and the benefits. So anyway, okay, so this one, again, was for 25 people, and in a couple different countries. First, I started out with grounding. So I helped everybody clear, any blocks to their grounding and strengthen it and recreate it at I suggested like a red, orange, or yellow, but people can do what they want. I didn't micromanage people's grounding. But it was like a special grounding adjustment for being in present time, because I noticed like my sample, one or two people that the angels pointed out from the group, they had like regrets from the past or fears about the future in their grounding. So I made sure that I was like super in present time, and that the gold healing energy, that it's not my energy, it's like a universal healing energy that I was sending to everybody's grounding at that time, was super like in the moment, to help everyone just like purge, drama from the past and the future out of their grounding, so that they could be much more centered and flowing. And then I helped the sample person that my angels pointed out to me from the group. They had a lot of dense energy in their lower back, physically, but also in their aura layers behind the back. And that's pretty typical if you have like tension, physical tension about. You also have an issue with your aura, like in that area. So I sent universal gold healing energy to everybody's second layer and first layer right behind their lower back. So first layer is the layer of your aura generated by your first chakra at the base of your spine. It helps with safety and courage and abundance. And so it's like right up against your skin, like from your skin out about like 3 inches maybe, if you have a big aura like me. Or 4 inches actually. Sometimes I have like a giant first layer, which I think is good, gives you a lot of courage. You just have to like really wake up your first chakra at the base of your spine and get it like nice and red and happy and strong, and then it just generates lots of energy. So anyway, I helped everyone unblock the back of their aura behind their lower back. And I helped people with their spine, like the physical spine, like the bones in the spine, like they need to be able to send energy up and down, like your body needs to be able to send energy up and down along your physical spine, and sometimes there are energy blocks that prevent that from happening. So I was just looking at the different sections of people's spine, and there were little energy blocks, so that, well, their spines weren't connected enough to the center of the earth, they weren't grounded enough, so they weren't releasing. So because sometimes you get an extra, you get like fear or whatever extra energy, overwhelming energy in your spine, your physical, the bones of your spine, and so it needs to be able to drain out to the earth, to the center of the earth. So I helped with that, helped ground everybody's spine with like red earth energy, and then I helped with universal gold light, just help people unblock their spine so that, you know, it could fully like drain out if it needed to. And then I did more first layer work with people. I'm just looking at my little scratch notes. First layer, oh yeah, was helping people with their first layer of their aura, again, which is generated by the first chakra at the base of the spine. I have healing videos on the first chakra on YouTube if you want to, you know, extra work on your first chakra. And also my grounding in-depth meditation recording on my website, which is like $5. You could download that, and that works the first chakra. But anyway, the fears that my sample people had was like fear of trying something and failing, or fear of like moving forward, just that's new and scary to them, or fear of positive change. So I helped everybody. I spent extra time, you know, with gold, universal healing energy, going to everybody's first layer of their aura, again, the one right up against your skin, to help people clear their fears about moving forward. And some of that stuff is past life stuff, some of it's childhood stuff, some of it's childhood stuff meaning maybe something that happened to them, or energy blocks that they adopted from the adults that they were around, you know, sponging up other people's issues. So that was cool. You know, a lot of people cleared a lot of fears, which, you know, probably were like largely subconscious, but some of them were conscious. And so that was kind of nice. So everybody's first layer got more and more red and flowing. So if you ever want to do that, you just imagine like energy blocks, like hard, like white or black pieces of energy, like chunks of energy in your first layer, as opposed to like your red flowing courage energy, and you just kind of wash it out with gold light. Then my sample person it was a different sample person, but they needed help clearing out the wax. Oh, by the way, this is an apple tree that's in our backyard, well, the side backyard. But like in the Pacific Northwest, it rains so much in the fall and the spring and the fall, winter, and spring that the trees aren't all bare. Like they turn like this, which I think is so cool. Like in the middle of winter, like this is what the trees look like. Not every tree that loses its leaves looks like this, but a lot of them do. So it was like this all winter, except maybe a little, like this part was a little less bushy, but these light green parts were just like that all winter. And these green parts were like this, just not quite as much. So totally gorgeous. I mean, look at the trunk of the tree. It's like all covered in moss. I think that's so cool. Anyway, so I helped everyone heal wax, rips, or tears in their aura, you know, with gold universal healing energy. And again, this is something that I suggest that people check for themselves, like at least once a day. It's just real quick. You just kind of imagine gold light and just imagine, you know, you're shining it from the outside of your aura onto the outer surface of your aura, your 7th layer, all the way around you, and just kind of mend up any rips or tears that are in your aura. And you don't really have to worry about who they came from. Just heal and move on. Then, oh yeah, this was so super cool. This was sort of like, that was all prep for like the theme of this healing had a theme. How cool. It was sort of like living your path, you know, like knowing your spiritual purpose, either subconsciously or consciously. You know, you don't really have to know your spiritual purpose, you know, like in some kind of short sentence, like, oh, this is my spiritual purpose in this life, you know, but if you have an intention that you're going to be on your spiritual path, you know, and you're letting your angels help you be on your spiritual path every day, then it really does help. And so what I did is I helped people clear energy from like the top layers of their aura, like particularly the first layer right above the 7th chakra, and the 4th layer right here. 4th layer is created by the 4th chakra, center of the chest. 4th chakra is like motivation, self-love, also an affinity for other people, caring about other people, compassion. But the energy blocks up here about living your purpose was like if people felt like their duty to other people meant they couldn't be on their path, which is pretty impossible. Like, you know, if you're supposed to help somebody in some way, then that is your path, So if you feel like, oh, forget my spiritual path, forget my purpose in this life, I have a duty towards this person, that really makes no sense, like you're just stuck. Because there are some responsibilities that are like, divinely chosen, like you planned it and it's a part of your path. You're on your path doing it. But then there are ways in which you're just sort of twisting yourself up and putting off being true to yourself because you're stuck, so there's that. So that's what I was helping people with. I was helping people clear fear and this sort of stuck sense of duty to others out of their upper part of their aura, the top of their aura, so that they could get more of a reality of, that ability to live your purpose and be on your spiritual path. So that it wasn't like responsibility towards others or being on your spiritual path. Or also the other one was like greed or being afraid of not having enough, like fear of scarcity, versus being on your spiritual path. So there were, so that would be like first layer, right around your body and generated by your first chakra at the base of your spine. If you have energy blocks there, it might make you kind of overtly open to like that dark energy of greed, and like there's never enough money, or just a fear, of, oh my gosh, I can't think of anything else. I just have to make lots of money, or make X amount of money, and you're always afraid of that. And so you can't like even contemplate what are you meant to do, or how are you meant to, have experience your day. So that the more I help people clear, in their first layer and also right above in their first layer, then they were more able to, just sync up to their planned purpose for this life, which, it's not like your plan is to starve to death, your plan is to have financial stability, but also to exist on other levels and have other levels of awareness, and so anyway, so in clearing all that, I could just see, I double checked every single participant to make sure that they kind of got that. And it was like when they got it, like there was this harmony between their 8th chakra above their aura, which represents like your eternal self, like you can imagine like a gold sun, right? And so there was like this harmony where their 8th chakra and their 7th chakra like synced up, so they were able to kind of, it's like a gold, little communication between their gold sun above their aura and their 7th chakra, so that I just felt like they were connected to their purpose, and I double checked everybody, and a couple of people needed a little extra help with that. And so to finish up, I did a little bit on the 7th chakra. The 7th chakra, I have some videos on it. It's in the top of the head. It has to do with purpose and goals and sense of identity and creative inspiration. And the sample person that the angels picked at that time had a couple extra energy blocks in the top and the bottom of their 7th chakra. The 7th chakra is like a cylinder and it points upward, but it's like seated in the head fully, in the top of the head. So they needed a little extra clearing on the top and the bottom of their 7th chakra so that they could, vibe with their purpose and their confidence and all that. So I helped everyone clear that, and just a little final clearing with the grounding, just so, because a healing like that, it does set off like a release. So I wanted everyone to be grounded enough for that, because grounding is what lets you really easily release energy all the way down to the center of the earth, particularly if it's nice and wide grounding and flowing. So what I would say to participants, which sometimes I say individually if I know someone's having a problem, but just reimagine your grounding a couple times, each day for the next few days, and maybe gold light all over, just gold universal healing energy, maybe like big gold sun shining all around you. At one point in the healing, I sort of explained to everyone's spirit, like you could just make 4 gold suns above you, 4 gold suns here, 4 gold suns down a little lower, so that they're like, you have your gold suns shining on you all the time. but in particular, you know, maybe just with your intention, melt away energy cords between you and other people, just because this healing and really all the 3 healings in the triplet set, they get you ready to change and move forward. And sometimes people that are, you know, really well intentioned, even, you know, in your life, they might cord you and be like, hey, you know, like on a subconscious level, like try to hold you in place because they're used to the way you were. So that then might make you feel cranky or weird, you know, in the next few days. So if that happens, just reground, imagine you're grounding, and do gold light all over and just melt away any energy cords that may have shown up between you and somebody else. You don't have to worry about who it is, just so that you get back that flow and release and ability to move forward. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, if you are one of the participants, please do fill out a survey that I emailed you. It just takes a minute, and it helps me to learn and know how you're doing. And happy spring, everybody. Today is the 2nd day of spring. Yay! The next mini triplet will be in 2 weeks if people did want to purchase. Well, actually a week and a half. It starts March 31st. So if you're interested in that mini triplet set or any of the other ones coming up, go to my website, which is janetwrightreadings.com, and you'll find the payment links, which paying is the same as signing up. And so you just pay to sign up, and so you go to janetwrightreadings.com, and then there's a menu that says sessions, and then it says pay here, you know. So it's like if you've gotten phone readings from me, it's the exact same page that you've paid for your phone readings with. Okay. Oh, and I guess, yeah, practical detail. The price of a mini triplet set is $30 to $50 sliding scale, so you just pay what you can afford. Again, that's US dollars, $30 to $50 for the whole set. You know, so if you can afford 40 but not 50, then you pay 40. You know, just what you can afford. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great day, whether or not you were a participant. I hope this video was useful to you and hopefully gave you some good ideas for healing and meditating on your own. And of course, you know, this whole YouTube channel that I have, there are a lot of instructional videos, and there are also some free meditation recordings on my website. Bye!